We'll begin with the prayer. Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukhat Bhagave. We pray for the happiness of one and all. May everyone be comfortable and peaceful at all levels of the personality. May we see that which is auspicious and divine. May there be no suffering anywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So we selected the topic Fate, Luck and Destiny. I'll just show you a slide. Can you see the slide?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, all of you have been studying Vedanta, so all of you know. This is from the 17th chapter of the Vedanta treatise, the law of causation. So we will explain it. We'll summarize the chapter. At the same time, there are certain points that helps us to uh, sort of gain more conviction as how this law is functioning. As Sarah, you only said yesterday. Swamiji says there is no luck and accident. Go back to your rooms, take your. Let me know if there is any background noise. There's no background noise. No? Okay. There is no such thing as luck or accident. Swamiji's favorite statement is go back to your rooms, take your dictionary, and strike off the word luck or accident. Whether it's good, anything good happening in life, or anything bad is happening in life, it is all based on this law of causation, the law of cause and effect, which simply states for where there is a cause, there will be an effect. Where there is an effect, there will be a cause. There cannot be a cause which will not produce an effect, and there cannot be an effect that will. There cannot be an effect without a cause. Now, many times you are able to see the correlation. I work hard for a month, I get the salary. Nobody will say you're lucky. But suddenly, if a person wins a lottery, we say that person is lucky. Now, just because the cause is not visible, that does not mean there is no cause. When the cause is unknown, it's called adrisham. Adrisham means unseen, but there cannot be an effect without a cause. So that's the law of causation. And the law of causation governs the entire world. We say the world is made up of time, space, and causation. Time is the interval between two experiences. We cannot conceive the world without time. Time is the interval between two experiences. No experiences means no time means no experiences. No experiences means no world. We cannot conceive it. Similarly, space. Everything is housed in space. How can we conceive the world without space? Space has to be there. And then there is the law of causation, the law of cause and effect. Tree produces seed, seed produces tree. Tree produces seed, tree produces tree. The chicken produces egg, egg produces chicken. So it's all a circle. Cause becomes an effect. The effect in turn becomes a cause, and there is a further effect. And there are innumerable laws. There are scientific laws, there are chemical laws, there are physical laws, there is law of gravitation. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Every object is wax has a melting point. All these laws are mathematically precise. They cannot go wrong. They function infallibly. The same law, in the sense, mango seed will give a mango tree. Coconut seed will give a coconut tree. These laws are also applicable to human life. So that's where we are. That's where we are studying this. We all get what we deserve. Not what we desire. Desire plus right effort is deserving. We all get what we deserve. This works. All the good things that have happened in our life is a result of something we have done in the past. All the wrong things that are wrong things means any form of suffering. Suffering could be a physical pain or a mental pain, emotional trauma, or any kind of a humiliation, disrespect. Anything coming to the body, mind, intellect, whether it's positive, comfort, peace, happiness, or negative pain, suffering, humiliation, all that is because of something that has happened, something that we have done with our body, mind, intellect in the past. There is no extraneous power governing our lives. We make ourselves, we mar ourselves. We are the architect of our fortunes. We are the architect of our misfortunes. So Vedanta says, take charge of your life. We are responsible for our lives. There is a saying by a philosopher, Ghalib, तकदीर तो उनके भी होते हैं जिनके हाथ नहीं होते, हाथ के लकीर नहीं होते. In a sense, some people say whatever is in your hands of whatever lines are drawn in your palm, that is your fate. So this philosopher Ghalib says, तकदीर तो उनके भी होते हैं जिनके हाथ नहीं होते. Even if your hand is not there, you have some destiny. This destiny is not written by any god. This destiny is written by our own karma. Again, karma can be at the level of the body, karma at the level of the mind, karma at the level of the intellect. All this can be positive or negative. We'll analyze it. Now, what is the purpose of studying this? This is one of the most important lessons we need to learn in life, and the sooner we learn it, the better it is. We should learn this in school. We should learn this in even to a little kid. You have to say, you put in effort, you work hard, you do good things will happen. If you do something bad, if you have bad thoughts, if you don't work hard, if you are all the time lazing around, bad things will happen. Even a little child needs to understand that. And as we grow up, I don't know, class 10, 12, we have to gain the knowledge of the law of causation. What is the purpose of doing this? First of all, to protect ourselves, to know how life functions. Secondly, more importantly, or equally importantly, we need to get rid of anxiety and fear. Think about it very, very carefully. Some people say, no, everything is destiny. Everything is controlled by God. Now, if God is doing good to some people and God is doing bad to some people, then life is incredibly unfair. That God need not be worshipped. That doesn't make sense. Vedanta presents that God is a absolutely neutral, divine, perfect witness. It is just set the laws under motion, and these laws are functioning with mathematical precision. I'm sharing the Vedanta treatise. So those who want to study this properly, I would recommend after the class, whenever you get a chance, sorry, not this one. After the class, whenever possible, get hold of the Vedanta treatise book. 17th chapter deals with it. So 17th chapter, it's not the first chapter. So it's not easy. We need a little bit of spiritual background, a spiritual knowledge to study it. But it's not that difficult also to kind of relate to it. So we need a little bit of maturity to develop a faith and acceptance that there is a law of causation functioning. There is nothing, things are not happening at random. The world is not a chaos, it's a cosmos. And there are thousands of millions of infinite laws. And I'm quoting this. The meticulous functioning of the countless laws is the law of causation. They seem to be they seem to bow in obeisance or to some mysterious controller or governor. That unknown, unseen governor is indicated as Brahman, the supreme God. That infinite power that holds the laws together, acting like a monarch to whom obedient subjects pay homage. So he's just being poetic. He's saying there is a divine entity, reality Brahman. All religion talks about God. There is some divine power that has set the law of causation in motion, and there are infinite laws. These laws are like subjects paying homage to God. The English poet John Milton puts this idea across clearly in his sonnet on his blindness. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed post over land and ocean without rest. So, what is the role of God? God has set the law of causation in motion. The law of causation is functioning. We have to see which cause is becoming effect. And if we see an effect, it does not make sense to say this effect is happening without a cause. We must humble ourselves and say, I don't know what is the cause, but the effect cannot happen without a cause. If you think carefully, if you say that God is just being unfair to us or life is unfair, then that God should not be worshipped. Now we will struggle not to worship God. God is perfect. It's not a human being, it's a power. The divine power is ensuring the law of causation functions. See, wherever traffic rules are functioning, everybody's following traffic rules. Or you go to a school and you observe that everything is happening on time. The students are coming on time, the teachers are coming on time, the class starts on time, ends on time. There is let's say, a perfect discipline. It would be very foolish to assume that things is happening automatically. There must be a strict principle. If the principle is not strict, then everything will happen. It will be chaos. Since the principle is strict, the school is following all the rules. They say in Singapore, even if you drop a currency note, you're fined $500 or something. So everybody follows the rule because there is somebody who is ensuring the enforcement of law. Similarly, because all the laws, every day water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. What is the body temperature now? 98.4. A little bit here and there, we will feel uncomfortable. We'll need a doctor. Mango seed gives mango tree. Wax has a melting point. So all the scientific laws which can be verified, are functioning with mathematical precision. When it comes to our lives, we don't have the complete picture. So that is the interesting part of this topic. I will give certain points that make us difficult to see the functioning of law of causation. But the more purer you are, means you're more sattvic, more unselfish or selfless, less egoistic you are, the more evolved you are, you will see the law of causation functioning more and more. You will take advantage of the law of causation by ensuring your actions, feelings, and thoughts are on the right side. Right side means something that will bring you comfort. Finally, the end goal is to go beyond the body, mind, and intellect to attune to the self. The self is beyond the law. Self doesn't go through happiness or suffering. The happiness and suffering that we go through is with respect to our body, mind, intellect. We only understand the body, mind, intellect. So at the level of the body, we go through pleasure and pain. We understand the mind. By identifying with the mind, we go through love and hatred, joy and sorrow. By identifying with the intellect, we go through honor and dishonor. So karma is functioning to the body, mind, intellect. But our goal in spiritual life is to detach from the body, mind, intellect and attune to the self. The self, that reality, has set the law of causation in motion. The law of causation is affecting the body, mind, intellect. It does not affect the self. So even when a self-realized person is going through suffering, his body is going through that suffering. When Christ was crucified, or many great masters have suffered. Ramana Maharishi had something, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had throat cancer. The body is going through it. They are identifying with the self. They are in a realm of Satchitananda, absolute bliss. So our ultimate goal is to go beyond good and bad and identify with the self. But you cannot identify with the self without becoming good first. you have to be peaceful and good, then only your thoughts will rise to the level of the God. So initially, as a human being, as an individual, I need to understand the law of causation functioning and be on the right side of it, means attract comfort, peace, joy, happiness, respect to the body, mind, intellect. Once you're in the zone where most of the things are comfortable and happy, it can never happen. Everything is comfortable all the time. Just as there is day and night, birth and death, suffering is inevitable. As long as we are living as a human being, suffering is inevitable. It is just less and more. This less and more depends on our karma. So, what is it that we can do? We said we get what we deserve. So, we, with the body, actions, mind, feelings, thoughts, the intellect, thoughts, all this can be positive or negative. Even if you ask a little child what is positive, he'll say doing good to others is positive. Hurting others is negative. So when we are helpful, kind to others, that's positive. We are attracting good karma. And that need not be a special activity. Any activity, if you do it with the idea, how can I be of some service or help to my family or my company, my colleagues, my friends, whoever. The attitude of service and sacrifice makes that action good. If you're hurting others with your action, thought, word, and deed. Thought, manasa karma, mental karma, thought, word is what your speech. You can hurt somebody with your speech. You can be kind and pleasant with your speech. When you can share good thoughts, like hopefully what I'm doing now, you can be kind with your speech. And of course, action, thought, word, and deed, body, mind, intellect, actions, feelings, and thoughts. And another angle, we say, make sure your goal is good. All actions that take you towards the goal is positive for you. From a spiritual point of view, anything that you do that helps you to identify with the self, become more spiritual, that is positive and negative. But let's say for the sake of karma, you're doing good to the world. Attitude is to do good to the world. That is good karma. Attitude is to benefit oneself. Self-centered, egoistic is bad karma. Okay. Anybody has question? Anything? Any questions so far? Okay. So there is no such thing as luck and accident. Luck and accident, we say when we don't know the cause. Just because I don't know the cause does not mean there is no cause. It is unseen, adrisham. When you know the cause, it is seen. Yes, Mukta, go ahead.
My question is not exactly related to this, but for concentration, at the last class I attended, I'm infrequent, but it was watch
Hey,
yourself as an observer.
let's stick to the topic today because it's a
Okay,
special
okay, okay,
class. Yeah?
okay.
We can always take it up. You can text me. Either I'll take it up in the class or I'll explain to you. Don't worry. Anything pertinent to the topic today. Let's not deviate. Okay. World is not a chaos, it's a cosmos. Law of causation, cause and effect is functioning with mathematical precision. Understanding this, you become free from fear and anxiety. So if we don't have this knowledge that there is a law of causation functioning, basically we are trying to say that life is not in your control. You may be doing good and anything bad may happen, or you may do bad and good will happen. That means when how can you be comfortable and fearless when we say that my life is not in my control? Some strange extraneous power is controlling it. It'll actually not give you peace. That means I keep on doing good and bad things will happen. And I'll do whatever I want. I'm hurting people and I'm doing all sorts of rubbish and all good things will happen. It's impossible. You're playing with, I don't know, playing with fire. Law of causation is to make you fearless and free from anxiety. Life is in completely in your control. Yes, there was a long past. We don't know what's coming from the past. And it is unfortunate that we don't remember the past. But by taking positive actions now, by entertaining positive feelings and thoughts now, I will create a beautiful future for myself. So by taking charge of what is in your control, in the present, you can create a beautiful future for yourself. We are the architect of our fortunes. We are the architect of misfortunes. The stone that is fit for the wall will not be found lying in the way. Everything is happening with mathematical precision. Nothing. So just get into this belief and understanding. Everything is law of karma is functioning. The more you will be aware of the law of karma functioning, you will take positive steps to perform good actions and entertain good thoughts. Your mind will be afraid to entertain anything negative. You will slowly withdraw. So it's one of the very, very important laws. It takes away your fear, takes away your anxiety. You start doing good karma, therefore you start attracting good things. And when you really make use of the law of causation, a time comes with right knowledge, you can go beyond the law of causation. Means you start identifying with the self. Self is only ensuring the law of causation is functioning properly. Now, in the life of a human being, to understand how this law of causation is functioning, we divide the law into two parts, step by step. One is the law of destiny and one is the law of karma. If you study law of karma, you don't need to know about law of destiny, but we go step by step. Law of destiny states whatever is happening in your present is a result of the past. It's not coming out of nowhere. Law of destiny states your present status is a result of your past. So present status could be your relationship status, your financial status, your health status, your body, wherever you are, whatever you are enjoying or suffering in the present, all of us, me, you, everyone, is a result of something that happened in the past. Now, particularly in India, the moment we say past, people go into past lifetimes. We need not go into past lifetimes. Learn the definition of past. Past means this moment backwards. Whatever you have lived, this moment is backwards. So it is exactly like the bank balance. Today's bank balance is a result of all the debits and all the credits. Even a small 1 cent withdrawn or 1 cent deposited, it's accounted for. That's today's bank balance. Similarly, whatever we are facing, enjoying, or suffering in the present is a result of what is happening in the past. Now, if you want to take into account past lifetimes, you may feel that I don't know why I'm going through this. I don't remember anything that I have done in this lifetime to attract this. So if you take into account past lifetimes, how many past lifetimes? 2, 5, 5,000? It's an area of unknown. We say don't tamper with it. Leave it alone. It is not, our present condition is not written by some extraneous power. It is written by our own actions, but we may not remember it, but it's our own past. Now, this kind of makes us feel a little bit of victim because I can't change the past. Past is dead. It's fate accompli. You cannot change the past, so it makes you feel like victim. So that's where the law of karma comes in to rescue. Law of karma says it is an extension of law of destiny into the future. Present is because of the past, but what my future will be will depend on what I am doing from now on. So law of karma deals with past, present, and future. Destiny deals with past and present. Law of karma is the extension of law of destiny into the future. So it says, no doubt you are a product of your past, but at the same time, you are a producer of the future. This was one of the first lessons that I learned from Swamiji way back in 2001. You are a product of the past. You are a product of the past, but you are the producer of the future. Present is because of the past. What your future will be will depend on what you're doing from now on. So what is future? Future is the continuity of the past modified in the present. Continuity of the past modified in the present. So see, those who have already done the law of causation, you already know all this. It's just a summary, but I'll give you the extra points. Destiny deals with past and present. Karma deals with past, present, and future. We are the product of the past, producer of the future. You are the architect of your fortunes. You are the architect of your fortunes. So take charge of your actions and thoughts and be as positive as possible. We get what we deserve. We reap what we sow. Karni kiya to kyun kiya to kyun pachtaye. Kabira, the great philosopher, he says, having done whatever you've done, why do you regret? And so by your proper actions, whatever you do, you will attract it. And this is applicable very much in the realm of thoughts as well. James Allen, an English thinker, he says, cause and effect is as absolute and undeviating in the hidden realm of thought as in the world of visible and material things. Mind is the master weaver of both inner garment of character and outer garment of circumstances. James Allen. Okay. Now we will cover this is something which is directly not in the book. There are 4 factors which make the reading of the law of karma complex. In sense, you put the finger in the fire, immediately you get burnt. But something you do, it may happen later on, which we are not able to correlate. I'll give you a positive story and a story which sort of more impactful. One is from Swamiji's life, where he had when he used to live in Chennai, probably he was 13, 14 years old. He had a garden house, and a young boy of 7 years old or 8 years old used to come to play. But unfortunately, this boy got into this bad habit of smashing centipedes, insect with 100 legs. So when Swamiji saw him first, he said, "Don't do it, better. You're hurting insects. You don't have to hurt it. So don't do it." First he explained to him. Second day he found him, he scolded him. Found him again doing it. He scolded him and says, "Next time I see you, you're not entering this house." Third time he saw it and he said, "You don't come and play." Now this happened when the boy was 7, 8 years old. The boy grew up as any other kid, and he was in his final year medical college. He was riding a bike, and the side of the bike, he was riding a bike and he was overtaking a truck. The truck was full of bricks. The side of the truck fell open accidentally, and a ton of bricks fell and smashed both his legs. And everybody was like, what a sad accident, what a sad accident. What has the boy done? What has the boy done? Much later, when Swamiji was studying the scriptures, he kind of correlated. There may be a correlation, there may not be a correlation. Here was a boy who was smashing legs, and much later in his life, he only met with an accident. Swamiji had both the data, so he could connect it. Now, sometimes we are not able to connect it, but the scriptures are saying nothing happens just like that. There must be a reason. Now, most of the time, you don't have to worry what the reason was, but take care in the present. Particularly when a tragedy happens. It could be a blessing in disguise. We don't know, but it is not happening without a cause. Then I'll give you a positive story. This happened to me way back in 2017 and 18. When I go to lecture in Ananda, half an hour from there is a cave where Swami Ramatirtha meditated, and we have a value for it. We are studying so much about Swami Ramatirtha that to know that there is a cave where he was sitting down and meditating is very, very inspiring. So we just go and spend some time. I have gone there maybe 10, 15 times. So this particular year, I went with my friend Vivek, and there was a Swami there, living in a small tent. A small tent, 6 feet long and just 3 feet height. He just had a blanket and some books and a torchlight, living next to the Ganga. And we were fascinated that how can we are living in comfort, trying to be spiritual. He's living next to the Ganga. And so we were engaging in conversation. I casually asked him, how much is his monthly expense? This is almost 8 years back. And he said 250 rupees. That's like $4, Sarah. 250 rupees for... I mean, it's unthinkable. At that time, if we go out for doing ashram work and we eat outside a lunch or a dinner, we were allowed 300 rupees. And this one meal, in an ashram, we were allowed 300 rupees. And this guy's monthly expense was 250 rupees. Of course, somebody would give him rice and something, but I just couldn't conceive somebody can live off 250 rupees. And he is also spiritual. We are also on the spiritual path. I just put my hand in my pocket and I had 800 rupees. Without counting it, I just gave it to him. I just said, okay, let me do something good. I've studied law of karma. Let me just do, without anything, I just gave him the money. And where I was standing, there is no mobile signal. Nowadays, it's there. Last time I went, I could do video calls actually, but at that time there was no signal. From the banks of the river to the highway, you have to climb up 15 minutes. I climb up and my phone rings. My father calls me, and he was um, following up with one person. One person owed him money. He was following him for the last almost 3 to 4 months um, for amount of money. As soon as I come to the highway, I get a call from my dad. He says, Basab, I've got the money has been credited into the bank. Here, just at 15 minutes back, without any thought, I just gave somebody 3 months of 250 rupees, like almost 800 rupees I gave him. It's like 3 months expenses. The amount that was due to my father was similar, 2.5 months to 3 months of money. It got credited in his bank account. I mean, it can be a coincidence. I was just looking for some positive examples. You will find this happening constantly in your life. Just do good to others without any thought of anything in return. Why should I do good? Have faith in the law of causation. Now that we have studied it, have more faith and think that things are not happening at random. To say things are happening at random means we are actually disrespecting the self. We're disrespecting God. Things are happening with mathematical precision. We will get what we deserve. So if you now are afraid of all the wrong things you have done, don't worry about it. Identify with the self, because all suffering is body, mind, intellect level. So the more you identify with the self, the more you will be able to practice titiksha. Titiksha is the capacity to put up with pain or inconvenience gracefully. Let the body go through what it has to go through. Let the mind go through what it has to go through. My identification is with the self. So identify with the self, and with the body, mind, intellect, do as much as good as possible so that the suffering gets sort of neutralized. So many people ask, so there is this two schools of thought. Some people say human being does everything. If I don't go to the office and work, God is not going to come and give me salary. Some people say, no, you don't talk so egoistically. Everything is all by the grace of God. All by the grace of God. Again, most of you know the story. I'm just slipping this story in because I also said that sometimes negative things happen. You need not take it as a punishment. You can take it it can be a blessing in disguise. It can be a turning point. It can be a lesson. It need not be a punishment. So there was this minister who used to always say, it's all by the grace of God, all by the grace of God. And the prince in that kingdom went for a hunting expedition, and he met with an accident. He lost his toe and he was in excruciating pain. The minister comes to the scene and asks what happened. And the soldier said, our prince has met with an accident. He has lost his toe. He said, it's all by the grace of God. The prince was so furious. He said, I'll show you what is God's grace. And he took the minister and put him in the prison. And the wound healed. The prince kind of did not learn his lesson. He wound healed. He again went for another hunting expedition. This time he and his friend went deep into the jungle, and they were chasing some deer, and they lost their way. And the group of tribal people captured them. Now they want, in their calendar, it was a very auspicious day. They wanted to offer some sacrifice to their gods. And the tradition is, in a particularly India, when we offer something to God, we make sure the fruit is not rotten. It's the best fruit. Ultimately, it'll go into our stomach only, but we make sure the fruit is not rotten. So the chief came to check the prince and the friend who were captured. He checked the friend and he said, this is fine, perfect. Then he checked the prince and he saw the toe missing. He said, my God, this fellow is defective. We can't offer him to God. Our gods will get angry. They released the prince. The prince sat on the horse and straight went to the minister who was in the jail. He fell at the minister's feet and he said, sir, when I lost my toe and I was in pain, and you said it's all by the grace of God, I could never imagine that one day my missing toe would save my life. It was indeed God's grace. I'm so sorry I troubled you. The minister immediately shot back and said, if you had not put me in the prison, I would have been with you and all my toes are there. I would have lost my life. So you put me in this prison. That's also God's grace. So anything negative happens, humble yourself. Don't tell that why this happening to me. Why this happening to me? We are just another human being in this earth. There are 8 billion people. We are just another person. It's not something special that, oh, it should not happen to me, it can happen to others. No, we are just another person. If it is happening, either we deserve it as something bad we have done, or there is a lesson hidden in it. It's all a blessing in disguise. So it's always better not to complain. Again, we say if all the sorrow, if 8 billion people, right? If 8 billion people give all their sorrow in one pile and you pile it up and we say life should be fair. God can do what he does, but life should be fair. So we divide all the sorrow like a chocolate cake and divide it into 8 billion people. What the share that will come to you will say, no, 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 you keep this, I'll take my share and go away. So everybody goes through suffering. This thought that why should I suffer? Why is this happening to me? Is an egoistic thought. It happens. It just happens. It's part of life. So get on to good karma. But if something is happening, humble yourself and say, either I deserve it as a lesson to be learned, or I deserve it as a turning point in my life. There is a lesson. So what is the role of God? God is not taking any sides. As I said, some people say it's not everything is happening because God's grace. God is not writing the destiny. God is only giving us the power to do whatever we want. God is the ink, we are writing on the paper. Whether you will write an abusive word or you will write something divine, that capacity is in us. What we write, we decide. But God is the ink. Without the ink, the pen will not write. Or we give the example of petrol in a car. Without petrol, the car will not even move an inch. But whether you want to drive the car drunk driving and meet with an accident, or you drive sober and perfectly, that is the driver's responsibility. So God is the enlivening principle, enlivening the body to act and perceive, the mind to feel, the intellect to think. God is the animating principle. But the quality of actions, thoughts, and feelings is completely our responsibility. My finger is moving up and down, whether I use the finger and poke somebody's eyes or go and pat that person, that I decide. But God is giving the enlivening principle. So this is the overall law of causation. Because there are many stories. We can probably take up questions and do it again next session also. But the highlight of the talk is these 4 factors. There are 4 factors which make the observation of law of causation a little tricky. Is anybody raising hand? Is it? Mukta, you still want to ask something? No, no.
Yes, I want to ask, but after you finish your photo.
Okay, then I'll not finish. I'm joking. You can ask. You ask.
No, so you said that you have to do titiksha, but you have to focus on the divine and then do the work. So in the course of my study, I found there are 2 types of focus. One is 100% focus and one is focus and focus on the periphery also.
Okay,
So
let's not get into that.
On God, what is
okay.
it?
No. So focusing on God is just an awareness. It's like the bulb and remembering there is electricity. I'm giving light, but not without electricity. Similarly, do what you have to do good actions, entertain good thoughts. Just remember at the back of the mind that this awareness is an effect of your spiritual study and reflection and contemplation. There is awareness that there is something divine, mystic power which enlivens me. And the nature of that power is absolute bliss. So just remembering that, you get more attuned to it. And you feel that peace and bliss within. Carry on with your body, mind, intellect to make yourself a better human being. Perform actions, feelings, thoughts which will eradicate your selfishness and ego and vasanas. That you carry on. But remember the self, attune to the self. If you do that, the capacity to put up with pain is enormous. It's limitless actually. See, if the physical pain is too much, God's blessing, we become unconscious. You can't, beyond a point, you can't tolerate it. But emotional pain or any other pain, the capacity there's no limit to it. It's infinite. How do you gain that infinite capacity? By attuning to the self. can put up with anything. So if sorrow comes, endure it. Dukh aaye to seh lena. If there is dukh is pain, just endure it. And if then good thing comes, use it to your advantage to get back to the self. That's the, whether pain comes, sorrow comes, I've got nothing to do with it. Our business, my business is to attune to the self, discover myself. Okay.
My question is, Vasantji,
No
that when I'm
concentration. No
working
concentration.
on,
Let me finish now. No concentration business now. Afterwards. Now, law of karma. Sometimes we don't see the cause and effect functioning because there are certain factors. We'll take up Mukta, don't worry. I will concentrate on your question later on, not now. Okay. So, see, you put the finger in the fire, your finger immediately get burned. You do good, good will come. Sometimes or many times, some things happen, we don't know why it is happening. First point is that this law of karma is not a law of action, it is a law of intention. So most people I can't cheat, but I'll try to cheat Sarah. Sarah, suppose I take a knife and I cut another person. A good action or bad action? You know the answer now. So if it's a surgeon doing surgery, it's a good action. If I'm a robber trying to steal, or if I'm hurting somebody, it's a bad action. So action is taking a knife and cutting another person. But it can be a divine action if it's a surgeon. Even if the patient dies, as long as he's doing his surgery properly, it's a good action. Whereas how gently I cut another person for no reason, it is a bad action. So law of karma is not a law of action. It is a law of intention. I may give a class, but my intention is to steal or rob. So karma functions at the level of the intention. They say one may smile and yet be a villain. I remember when my father was in the Rotary Club, maybe he was in his 70s. There was a very elderly person who was in his 80s and still doing Rotary work. And there was another guy who was 50s. And this 50-year-old guy, he would come and take care of that 80-year-old man as if he was his father. He will carry his suitcase, he will give him a glass of water to drink, he will be so sweet to him. Everybody in the club says, this guy is like a father. They are like a father and son. Nobody knew. I'm talking about maybe 95, so maybe 30 years ago. Nobody knew that the younger guy had taken 2 crores as loan. 2 crores is a lot of money, Sarah. It is like 20 million, something, let's say it's more than 20 million. 20 million. It's a crazy amount of money in Indian currency. He took a loan and he never repaid. So he was doing all the good actions, apparently good actions. Oh, he's such a nice person. He's being a son to that unknown person, being a son to that person. But internally, he cheated him. So he cannot escape karma. So law of karma is a law of intention. Now, even here, there are certain complications. Let's say I'm here in a hotel and people come and for classes. One day one guest goes and he leaves his wallet behind. Now a thought comes because of my vasanas, a thought comes. Any thought can come, right? That why not steal it? Right? Now when the thought comes, I have already done a negative action. It's negative. Why not steal it? But now if I use my intellect, says, how can I even think like this? Just now in the morning, I am teaching law of karma and I want to steal somebody else's wallet. I dismiss the thought. So karma will function differently, or for all purposes, it will not function because the negative thought came. I didn't even entertain it. I immediately dismiss it. So hardly any karma will function. But suppose I lingered in it, then the karma is spoiling my karma. Now, the thought comes, I don't dismiss it. I actually steal it. Then the karma becomes very powerful. I had a negative thought. I did not dismiss it. I actually put that negative thought into action. So I'm spoiling my karma. So when you put that negative thought into action, or you put that positive thought into action, it becomes very powerful. Negative thought comes, I put it into action, very, very powerful. Negative thought comes, I use my intellect and my knowledge and I dismiss it. Hardly any karma. Negative third scenario. negative thought comes of stealing that wallet, and as I'm about to steal it, the person comes back and I say, yeah, take it away. It's not that I dismiss the thought, but I didn't get chance to manifest it. It's like God protecting me, but karma will function differently than from the first case where I dismissed it. So even if I think and not act on negative thought, it has its bad karma in the sense you will be disturbed and you're spoiling your nature. You're spoiling your nature, becoming evil as it were. So then if you keep on thinking negative, you'll start doing negative. So that's how you are making it bad, right? So therefore we say keep entertaining good thoughts. Good thought doesn't even cost you money. With your heart and soul, entertain good thoughts wherever possible. Do good, which is doing your obligated duties without any expectation. Doing your obligated duties unselfishly, doing your obligated duties, remembering God. That's the best thing we can do. Do what you're supposed to do and surrender to the divine. Let the divine take care of you in whatever it has to take care. So, see, legally, see, certain things are illegal but not unspiritual. Certain things are unspiritual but not illegal. For example, I want to kill all of you. Nobody will punish me. Oh my God, I'm recording it actually. Sorry. I want to kill you. I want to kill all of you as a thought. Nobody will come and capture me unless like somebody says, send this recording. This Basavsa should be inside the jail. It is just an example. Now let me protect myself. This is an example. Just because I have a thought of murdering somebody, no law will capture me. Take anything negative. I thought of robbing a bank. No law will capture me, but it's unspiritual. It's negative. Negative thought will agitate you. Negative thought will create you're spoiling your nature. But something like I take the wrong turn to reach class for early. It may be illegal, but not unspiritual. It's very spiritual. Should not be late for class. I take a wrong one way street. I go. So many illegal things can be spiritual also. I go out of the way to help somebody. I mean, I don't know. There are examples, but negative law doesn't punish you for negative thought, but God will punish you. And negative action, whether you escape the law, you cannot escape. You cannot throw dust in the eyes of God. There are lots of stories. There is a story about this throwing dust in the eyes of God. When you throw dust in the eyes of God, you are blinded. God doesn't blind. God is the Chitragupta, CCTV. That CCTV is always on. It has UPS, uninterrupted power supply. It has AI also. Everything is there. It goes into your subtle body and records your thoughts and feelings also. You cannot escape God. Even quietly when you are cheating the whole world, you cannot cheat God. So therefore, now make use of that. When you're on your own, entertain good thoughts wherever possible, manifest good actions. So one level of complication is we don't know the intention. See, let's say my genuinely my intention is to take the class absolutely selflessly. No, what do you call that? No dependency on anything. But let's say the audience just walks away without any saying anything, and I get affected. That means though I wanted to be be neutral, there was a desire deep inside me that everybody should praise me. So from your reaction, so what I'm trying to say is sometimes you're not clear about your own intention. You may not be very clear, and sometimes you can be very clear. This is what I'm trying to do. The more clear you are, your intention is clear. But there are cases when you go through an experience, suddenly you realize, oh my God, I had an attachment to it. There was a desire, lingering desire. Now, when we are not sure about our own intention, how can we talk about other people's intention? If your intellect is at a higher level, you can see through other people's intention. Swamiji used to tell us, the moment a person walks in, I know what he wants. That's the sharpness of clarity of intellect he had. He knew what he wants, but he will still sit quietly and listen to the other person. So when you have a higher intellect, you can see through the other person's intention. Is he really wanting to serve, or is he's fooling you? So we don't know the intention of other people. How can we say that a good person is suffering and a bad person is escaping? That is to say things like that is disrespecting or insulting that divine power which is ensuring law of causation is functioning properly. Sarita, you said something? No.
Yes, sir, I've mentioned in the chat. So sometimes whether like I just wanted to know how much food has an impact on the thoughts. But like if you eat food from outside or someone else has prepared the food, so sometimes they prepare it in a rush way, in a hurry way, like
Mhm.
so. Yeah. So.
See, everything is cause and effect. If I hate you and I make something, how many times to prepare for this lady, make something, and with my anger and with my rajas and tamas, I make it, it will have its own effect. That's why they say any temple you go to, or langar means the gurudwaras give prasad. Any temple you go through, the prasad is never bad. It's always stays divine because they make it with, I don't know, they make it with the thought of God only. So it never tastes. So the purity and the intention with which somebody makes the food, it does create an impact, but don't give it too much importance. So Vedanta is very clear. See, everything has its own Vastu Shastra, the direction in which you sleep, all these, what we say, vibrations. It has its own place. I'm not saying they are not unimportant. It has its own place. But the most important factor with which you can govern your mind, your life, everything is your thoughts and actions. Thoughts have its own, that is the most important factor. You can neutralize everything else by your good actions and thoughts. In fact, what we will say is, okay, I'm just giving the example of Swamiji. For 30 years, wherever he goes, he's getting the best of food. He doesn't want it. Everybody is preparing what they will prepare. He will get the best room, he will get the best house, he will get the best. Why? Because he's done that good karma. People will come all over the world and give you good if your karma is good. So now, even if somebody is angry and this Swami has taken my son, even if the person is angrily preparing something, it will not affect him. So you protect yourself by good thoughts and good actions. Don't worry about anything else. Now, if somebody says, "Hey, Sarita, why are you sleeping in the south?" Put it, not. If it is practical, do it. Don't spend like 10 lakhs to change the direction of your bed. So it doesn't make, if something is not making any sense, don't have to follow it. Otherwise, take advantage of that, but make sure karma and thoughts are good. Okay. Next factor which makes so we don't know what other peoples have intended. How can we say that a bad person is going through good or a good person is going through bad? We don't know about our own intention. How can we talk about other people's intention? Next is the time factor. Like I said, I put the finger in the fire, immediately get burnt. I go outside and punch somebody, he punches me back immediately, straight away, not even a second's delay. Now, okay, take something like this. I'm trying to do good karma by sharing these divine thoughts with you. Now, each one of you will take the thought and hopefully you will become positive. So okay, Swamiji written the book, I studied it and I'm taking this class. This hopefully will inspire you to do something, good thoughts and good actions. Now, each one is doing all this thing. Now, out of this action, okay, Swamiji wrote the book and he printed it. That's a great karma. Now, what the benefit of that, how it will come to you, we don't know, but it will come. We don't know the time factor, but it will come. Did I say time factor? Yeah, the time factor we don't know. When the cause will become an effect, sometimes we don't know. It's not like I exercise this lifetime and next lifetime I'm fit. I know I eat now and 3 days later I'll get the energy. Most of it is now, here and now only. Certain things we don't know. You do something good, you don't know when that will come. It's like taking different seeds. You take different seeds, you go to the market, you buy different seeds, you throw the seeds in the field and you start watering. Some seeds will grow in few days, some in few weeks, or some in few months. The bamboo tree does not show growth for 5 years. In the 5th year, it shoots up. So this is mystery. What cause will become an effect? See, some things are straight away. I take crocin now, my temperature will go down now. It's not like I took crocin now and 3 days later the temperature will go down. Most of it is immediate, particularly in human life. You do good to somebody, you go out of your way. Yesterday, one class member, she's not here now. She said she went out of the way to help somebody get the phone, and her sister was just sitting and not doing anything. So now you help somebody in an emergency, that will be stored in your karmic balance. When you are in emergency, that help will come. That's how life functions. So you don't have to think about the result. You just do what is right. Remembering the law of causation. Law of causation only calms you down. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is a quality of contentment. How do you practice contentment? I get what I deserve. Be content. If you got something bad, I deserve it. Get something good, I deserve it. And keep doing good, remembering God. That's how. So law of causation helps you to be content. Law of causation helps you to take charge of your life and say, let me just go all out and do good. Good things will happen. Have that faith in it. And right now, third factor. Memory and lack of data. Sarita, how much percentage of your own life you remember? Percentage.
Sorry, how much percentage?
Of your life's memory do you have?
5%.
5%. See, if I meet you over a meal, you can tell me the general story of your life in that over that conversation. I was born here. I did this. I went to school. I fell down, and something lovely happened. Something bad happened. Within half an hour, you can tell me the story of your life. But if I say 3rd June 2018, what were you doing? Yesterday, 6 o'clock, what were you thinking? 5 years back, what were you doing? So as long as we're awake, every waking hour, not sleeping, we are not doing any karma except the body is resting. When we are awake, every thought, every feeling, every action that we entertain is a cause. Now, our own life, this lifetime, we don't remember. How can we talk about other people's life? What they are doing in the bathroom or what they are doing in their homes. We may see somebody in the office. What kind of... Some people are very good in the office. They treat their family members very badly. Some people are very kind in the office and some people are very nice in the home. In the office, they are doing some scamming. So people are very, very complex. Human being is the most complicated mind. There's so many different people, So there are people who you do good to them, they'll go all out and help you. You do bad to them, finished. They will really go all out and trouble you. So all this is, we just don't have the data. And now if you take into account past lifetimes, it's a complete unknown, right? So we don't have the data. We don't remember what all has happened. That doesn't mean there is no cause. Finally, it can come as a cumulative effect. I keep giving 2,000. Suddenly I win a lottery. So, or let's say, I don't know how appropriate the example is. Well, let's say there's a good doctor. He saved hundreds of lives, thousands of lives he have saved in his life, by his hard work, saving people's life. One day he goes with his friends for a party. He gets drunk, and out of his negligence, he drives the car and he meets with an accident. 2 people are dead. Now I'm just saying how his karma will function. 100 lives he has saved. 2 people he is killed because of his negligence. Now he can face 98 good karma. It can become 100 minus 2. He can face it separately also. 100 good karma, 2 negative karma. That calculation we don't know. So our best bet is keep doing good and hope the past negative things are neutralized by your present positivity. But our goal is to go beyond the body, mind, intellect to identify with the self. Then whatever happens to the body, mind, intellect is not happening to you. But you can't identify with the self unless you're doing good with the body, mind, intellect. Initially, you need to attract positive, comfortable, peaceful things towards your body, mind, intellect. Then it will give you the capacity to think of something beyond. There are many, many stories actually. So Sarah, we'll do it if you're okay. We can do it next Saturday also. Then I can tell the stories also, and we can take up more questions also. But I'll tell you one incident. Swamiji used to drive till 95. He used to drive between Bombay and Pune. And see, in India, everybody is careless. Nobody is careful. Everybody is like, everybody walks in the road or drives a car as if nothing will happen. Compared to that, we understand anything could go wrong in any moment. Sometimes I walk from the hotel to where I stay. It's a 12-minute walk. 99% is very peaceful. But suddenly there'll be a bike coming at us at an incredible speed. Now, like, you really get scared. Like, how can they drive so fast in this small village? So everybody's careless. If the thought comes that they can hurt somebody or they can meet with an accident, they'll be super careful. Nobody's careful. But just because somebody is careless doesn't mean that everybody's meeting accident. See, when you meet with an accident, people say he was careless. Philosopher will say he deserved it. It was part of his karma. By being careless, he attracted it quickly. See, when you deserve something, you can be super careful, it will come. Take karma, have more faith in your karma. Just because you are very, very careful, terrorist is also very careful, but he will get, when the bullet has to come, it will come. So carelessness is just a very simple thing. Just because I'm careless, I meet with an accident, and God cannot be worshipped. I am just careless and I meet something bad happens. So now I'm coming to what Swamiji used to do. When he used to drive, there's a lot of trucks who will have these heavy steel rolls, very heavy steel rolls. And in the facilities between Bombay and Pune, there are many every journey you see them. So he would generally drive at 90 or 100. When he's overtaking these trucks, he'll be a little fast, and he will tell others also, don't spend too much time on the side. Now he's only taught us this philosophy that if that thing is meant to fall, it'll anyway fall, and if it's not meant to fall, I can go the entire distance along with the truck, it will not fall. Karma will function. It will not. If I don't deserve, it will not happen. But then why is he saying don't spend too much time next to it? In other words, don't take unnecessary risk. Don't be careless. When you take an unnecessary risk, or when you being careless, you're making it very conducive for that bad karma to manifest quickly. Because you are careless and you already that bad is due in your karmic balance. So you're just making it conducive for it to manifest. But now what is the other thing? You be generally careful. Don't take unnecessary risk. And do your karma bhakti jnana. Do your unselfish work. Do as much good as possible. Hopefully you will neutralize it. Charu knows. Only here in this group, only Charu knows. That 3-4 days back, I did a stupid thing of riding a bike without a helmet. Because there is nothing. There's a very good road and there is nothing there. But in a split second, I fell. The scooter got scratched, but not even a drop of blood on me. I was maybe at 20 or 30. I fell down flat out, like I was prostrating on the road. But not a drop of blood. Now I am staying alone. Anything could happen, then I would have had to take care. So I was really like, some God save me. Or maybe I fell to give this story in the class. I don't know. Even the bike guy didn't see the scratch. But I know I have scratched his bike, so I paid him extra. As much as possible, I paid him extra. Because I have scratched his bike. If I don't pay, somebody else will scratch my bike. I mean, it's not like that, but you try to be as fair as possible. You be unfair and we do things which are not right. Who are we fooling? We are fooling ourselves only. So that way, law of karma is one of the most important lessons everybody should learn. I think you don't have to be spiritual about it. I mean, you don't have to become spiritual. Just understand you get what you deserve. Do good and then leave it. Adi Shankaracharya says in Bhaja Govindam, if there was no God ensuring law of karma function, then you have to be very, very anxious and fearful. That means I go to the office and work hard. I do everything good and all bad things will happen to me. How can you accept that how can be comfortable and with that kind of a thing that there is good luck or bad luck? Good luck and bad luck is effect where we don't remember the cause. It's adrisham, unseen. So take advantage of law of causation with your actions and thoughts. Do Think good and manifest it as much as possible. When something happens, we don't know why it's happening. You don't have to, oh, what did I do? What did I do? Don't have to worry about it. If you can easily find out, okay, I cheated that, now I have lost my money, then it's okay. Otherwise, don't analyze what went wrong in the past. You don't go into it. Just be good in the present. Forgive others who are doing bad, and you yourself do as much good as possible. Mukta, what is your question?
Yeah, so you said focus on the divine and whatever happens, titiksha, in case something negative is happening. So this is like to focus on one thing and whatever is happening is in the periphery. So when they say you have to remember God continuously, is it that you have to be surrendered and everything else is happening in the periphery? I
I'll
mean,
give
what
you
kind of concentration do you have?
yeah.
Have
I'll
in
give you
life?
I'll give you an example to satisfy you. When is your birthday? Sorry, I'm asking. You
No,
can
it's
lie
okay,
also.
September 7th.
How do you function on September? How do you function on September 7th? Keep the today's my birthday thought in the periphery, or what periphery? I don't know. You know today is my birthday and you concentrate on whatever you have to do, right? So when that
Yeah.
awareness of God becomes very powerful, it's like you remember today is my birthday. There is a divine. I said more in the sense of dedicate your actions to God. You can remember God also. I'm taking this class, I am offering this effort to God. So I was talking more of the intention. Intention could be what can I get out of this class. Intention could be how best can I explain this to all of you. Intention could be spiritual. Okay, this is my offering to God. And while doing it, I didn't remember God in doing it, though I'm talking about God. But just an awareness. There is a self which enlivens me. But more practical is the dedication. Dedicate your life, dedicate your experiences, dedicate your action, thoughts to the goal of I need to find out what the self is. Whether anything comes, see anything action. See, okay, take this. Somebody comes to work in his office. He gets his salary. If he works, he gets his salary. If he works with a selfish attitude, then also he'll get the salary. If he works with an unselfish attitude, then also he'll get the salary. If he is working with the goal that I have attended Basab Sir's class and my goal is self-realization only, then also he'll get the salary. The attitude will decide your peace of mind and your spiritual growth. But the result is what we want. The salary is because of the action. So do your action. Remembering the God means you are now developing that desire for liberation, not any other worldly thoughts. Worldly thoughts will keep you bound, caught up in the cycle of punarapijananam, cycle of birth and death. So cause is remembering God. Result is you get free from the cycle of birth and death. What else? Any other question? There are so many stories on law of causation. But you can just see it, See, every day's newspaper is a expression of law of causation. Few months back, I read that, a police constable in Chandigarh, he put his hand out to stop somebody who was violating the red light signal. And he didn't realize there were two people on the bike. The second guy had a sword. See, this guy is just doing his duty. He put the hand to stop the bike. The other guy cut his hand clean. Just this guy. And it's not even a big city in India. It's not like Delhi or Bombay. It's just Chandigarh. Strangers, unknown people took the hand and went to the hospital. The doctors there did a 17-hour surgery. And end of the surgery, his fingers were moving. Now you filter this story through the law of causation. He must have deserved something. So therefore, he put his hand, the hand got cut. He was just doing his duty. You can't say, oh, it was just bad luck. No, there's no bad luck. He deserved the cutting of the hand, cut it. Unknown person takes him to the hospital, unplanned surgery. Imagine the doctor doing a 17-hour surgery. It's not just talking, connecting the nerves. He was lucky it was a clean cut. It was a train, it was a bit difficult. It was just a clean cut. So that was lucky. And doctors, no question asked, will you be able to pay for the surgery? This, that, nothing asked. They did the surgery, end of it, his fingers were moving. He must have done extraordinary good karma that all the rest happened. Bad karma, it happened. Good karma, he got his hand back. It's not like the people were calling his family, oh, aap aake leke jao. They immediately rushed him to the hospital. So, yesterday I was reading a thing where an American came to India and she was some 6 hours away from Bangalore and swiped the ATM card. She swiped the card at the ATM and then she paid with that money. She paid some courier charges, and she went to Bangalore 6 hours away, and realized that she had left the card in the ATM. You can't call the ATM, right? ATM has no telephone number. So she called the courier guys and said, "Can you go and check if my card is still there?" So the courier guy went there. 24 hours later, the card was still there. But now her flight is like in the night. So she had no hopes of getting the card back. The guy who took the card, he with his 3 friends in an auto traveled all the way to Bangalore and gave the card. And when the lady wanted to give him a tip, they said, no, we don't want it. Now, the lady deserved the card back. She had to go through a little bit of suffering. Oh, my card is not there. My card is not there. That is the agitation she had to go through. She must have done something very good. Unknown people, without telling her, came and gave the card back. And when they wanted to give her money, the 3 people didn't take it. Now, what good karma these 3 people are doing? Helping someone. Obviously, there are good people in India also. There are good people in India. So they are putting positivity in their karmic balance. They had the choice. They had the choice not to go also. It's not like they suffered and go. It's not like the boss telling you must come and give it. It just went. So you're creating good karma. Now, how it will come back, we don't know. So don't worry about that. You leave it to God. Just make sure if there is suffering, quietly take it. It is only to make you stronger. Gold goes through fire only to come out pure. So don't, oh, I must have been a bad person. I must have been a bad person. Sometimes we have done bad. No, it's not like we are like some saints and not done anything bad. So some pain will come. Now, so spiritual path, there's double advantage. Not only you want to do good, but you're also practicing detachment. You're identifying with the self. So let the body, mind, intellect go through whatever it is going through. You are not going through it. I don't want to take up more time. There are many stories. We'll have at least one more session we'll do. Sarah, if you're free, you can come. Otherwise, I'll share the recording or something. It was Sarah's keenness that we do this topic, so I thought we'll do it in Saturday's class. Okay, everyone. Thank you. We'll end with the prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you, sir, for your.